Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we went from New York City, then we went to Chicago. Now we're heading to the Ozarks to discuss season 4, episode 5. It's a wild shit. I've been said I talk a lot. I never had anyone say I could talk someone to death. I didn't. It's never happened to me.
Have you tried?
I was like, I have not. Well, apparently, Wendy Bird said the tongue is mightier than the sword or the bullet. Like she talked Darlene to death. What y'all think about it? What you think? Well, I see both of y'all drinking. Kim, what you think? What you think?
I mean, it was very adventurous. I mean, all that stuff that happened with Ruth and poor baby got slapped.
Yeah.
That had to hurt. And Marty got punched.
Yeah.
A lot. That was a lot.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I wasn't happy about it because these are horrible people. So I was kind of like, they deserved it.
But that was just
strong.
Yeah. But I love Darlene. I told you I have like this love-hate relationship with her. But Darlene, she's a bitch, but she knows how to play the game though. Like she really just wanted to get underneath Wendy's skin, and she did it. But she paid the price for it though. Yeah. But yeah, and I'm enjoying Wendy. Wendy is bomb. Like she's ruthless, and her acting is just getting better and better and better. Like she has transformed. Like when you look at her from season 1 to now, she is 2 different people. Like she is completely not the person she was in the beginning at all. Marty is still kind of Marty, he's still kind of Marty. She's not. She's completely she's transformed. I think she needs an award for this. Just the actress, because she's really doing a great job.
She is, and particularly in the moment where it took me back to Proctor and his wife. I mean, let's just get that out there, because the war of words between the 2 women, right? Like both of them were like, well, your son just totally snitched on you and told me that you got rid of the sheriff, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, she's like, and then fucking Wendy was like, Ruth sold us your heroin, and that's why we're doing just fine, bitch.
It was slap for slap. That's how I looked at it. It was like, bitch, guess what? Damn. I was like, that's it.
But then Wendy was like, she bucked that up. I mean, she took it Tyson, and she was like, what the fuck you gonna do, Darlene? And she's like, oh, boom. And then she's like, call the ambulance. Like, bitch, why would I do that? Like, that don't make any sense.
I've been wanting to kill your bitch ass for like seasons now. This is the time now. You're dying in front of me, and I'm gonna sit here and enjoy it.
Dude, I was like, no dialogue needed for her to sit there and be like, well, let's see how this turns out. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like,
some popcorn. She needed popcorn.
She's like, I was like,
are you still breathing, Darlene?
Like, I'm sorry, what? You need medical attention. Is that what you said? I'm sorry. I mean, you talk shit about my son. I'm sorry, what? Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry. My daughter's gonna fuck the shit out of your man. Don't even worry about that. Like, Charlotte's gonna be
grieving you. And so Charlotte's gonna be like, Wyatt, here I am. I'm here for you. Come here, baby.
Just to be like, young vagina is better than old vagina. Let me tell you that right now. Be like,
much tighter. Sorry.
It's like, what was that, Charlotte? You take it in the butt too? Well, that's crazy. That's wild. I don't know if Darlene do all that. Never mind. No, sorry. My bad. But like, I will be like, it was hard. It was hard. She did it hard like that. I was like, I didn't see the next episodes. I don't know if she really did, but I'm feeling like she needs to really be dead. Because like,
you know what? I hope she's actually dead. Stacey got the poker face again, but I'm hoping that she's dead, because I hate Darlene as much as I love Darlene. I think her time is over.
Yeah.
And so wait a minute, does that mean Wyatt and Zeke will raise the baby, or will Marty and Wendy raise the baby? Who's raising the baby?
Wyatt ain't about that life. So why would he have no problem giving up a child that he has no legal claim to whatsoever? So I'm pretty sure Marty and I would imagine why Marty and Wendy would be like, hey, I can raise this son not to hate me. Wendy's like, I can try again. Because Jonah's definitely left the plantation. Definitely. But Stacey, what you think about the conflicts of ladies?
I loved it. I loved them going back and forth like the entire episode. Like when she put the posters out, Darlene put the posters out everywhere. It was like, oh shit. And then when he goes to the sheriff's office, like, oh, I just love the way, and I hate to say this, women kind of are catty and we play those little mind games back and forth.
Yep.
It's fun to watch on TV. In real life, it's terrible, but on TV, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To the point of like women knowing women, I was kind of hoping that the sheriff would catch Wendy in her shit. Like when she sat there and be like, my brother, he's gone, and I don't know.
The sheriff knows. I just think she's just like, she just playing her position until the next sheriff comes in.
Yep.
All right, because I felt I would have wanted Wendy to be like, oh shit, this game ain't working again. Because every time she gets behind the 8 ball, she's like, my brother, he ain't shit, he died. Oh my god.
Yeah, that works on men, not so much on other women.
Right.
There you go. All right.
Because we do that. We know that because we do that. So if another woman does it in front of us, we're like, oh bitch, I know you're gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like right, sure. Yeah, I do that. I invented that. So
ain't recognized game, bitch. Like I know what you're doing. I feel like I gotta start calling Jonah nuts. I feel like that's what I need to start calling him because he be dropping the nuts. Dude, he be dropping nuts. When he walked into Charlotte's room, he was like, you need to go to college because without mom, you're gonna be making fucking $8 an hour, bitch, because you are nothing without mama taking care of you. I was like, damn.
And that's the younger child, and that right, like normally it would be like Charlotte telling Jonah, right?
Yeah.
So that really was impactful because it's like your younger brother's telling you, snap out of it. Like
you're not the smart one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you're not the smart one.
And she's only thinking short term.
Yeah.
You're not thinking the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's ironic that it's fucking Larry who's like, hey baby, we shouldn't we be on the same sheet of music with this whole parent raising thing? I was like, what the fuck? When he's like, I know you ain't coming at me with that bullshit. I was like, well, I mean, come on, girl, we need to be on one because we got Charlotte going to school. And what's Wendy's game anyway? Like, how does she not think that her daughter going to college is a good thing, even for this business? I don't understand why she would say it's okay for her not to go to college. I don't understand that to begin with.
I don't think she's saying that it's okay. I think what she's saying is that it's Charlotte's decision. That's what she's saying. Like you can't force someone to do something they don't want to do. So if your child doesn't want to go to college, I'm not putting out thousands of dollars for a child who like in like 2 months is like, I want to come home. I don't even want to be here. What? That's $30,000. You better stay your ass there. And then they leave because guess what? They're 18. They don't have to stay there. So yeah, I understand this as a mom. I understand it. My kids graduated college, but I'm telling you, there was a time when one of them, I was like, what are we doing here, son? What are we doing? But he got it together. You know what I'm saying? So
but yeah, like I said, she's looking at the short term thing.
Right. And that's what teenagers do, right? They don't look at the entire picture. They look at right now. Except
for Jonah. Jonah
is not really, Jonah's mind is expanded. You have to remember, Jonah has the maturity that normal kids his age don't have.
I mean, he got that Yaz level growth spurt. Because like he about 25 years old. Every time I look at it, I'm like, you
has had more of a growth spurt than Tariq did.
Yeah, ain't sound like he already got bass in his voice, so he's already better than Tariq. Maybe I just don't like Tariq. That's also true. The character just gets on my damn nerves, but he also ain't got no bass in his voice. So Ruth, like you said, Ruth came to the aid. Why does she need that $100,000 so much that she's willing to get her laps of shit smacked out of her? Like, what is she trying to achieve?
I don't think she needed it per se. I just think, somebody gonna throw you $100,000. Why not?
No, this is desperation. This wasn't like I just want 100. She was like, I gotta do it. Like she's like, I'm gonna go in there into an unknown situation. I could be murdered. I feel like she's trying to get somewhere. I think. It's a lot to be like.
It's like living on the edge.
And it's money. Like, you gotta remember too, this girl comes from nothing. So like money is.
She has a hotel full of money. Like, I mean, it's not like she's scraping by. As we said a few times, I mean, she don't have to be living in a trailer park. She chooses to live in the trailer park.
She's the whim of Darlene.
Huh?
She's at the whim of Darlene
Yeah.
to make the drugs go. And Darlene don't want to, like, Darlene cut her out of the business, basically.
Yeah, she did.
So where's her revenue coming from if she doesn't have access to Darlene's money? If Darlene is dead, what's going to happen?
So and that's a good point, because I don't see Wyatt taking the reins, by no means. And it'd be interesting to see what he does when his sugar mama or grandmama is gone. So let's talk about women being women. Darling at the thing, when she checks his fucking phone and she's like, some other bitch text you, and then she's like, you forgot my sandwich. And he was like, I don't know, baby. I was gonna get you something to eat. I was like, no, she knows, bro. And I'm like, Darlene was like, I will murder you. Like don't fuck with me.
Right. Like that's don't ever lie to me.
She said that to him,
particularly when you just saw her murder somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I would never lie to her ever. Mm-mm.
And then he was like, hey, baby, I was just thinking, I mean, just coincidentally, I was just thinking that maybe we could take these posters down and stuff. Did you ever think about that? That perhaps we've done enough? And she's like, where the fuck is that coming from? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking.
That's not your job, Wyatt. Don't fucking think. That's what Darlene basically said to him. Like, there's no need for you to think. All you need to do is bang me at night and take care of Zeke.
Stop it.
That's it.
I was like, I don't want to see it. Like, just take care of Zeke and take care of me. But I don't need you to be thinking. You don't need to be the thinker in this relationship.
No.
Now I'm like, what was Charlotte offering besides a pat on the back that he was like, don't worry about it, Charlotte. I'll look into this. I'm like, what? I'm like, Charlotte ain't got shit.
She's offering what all young women offer young men.
I wasn't even feeling that though. Like, I don't think she even did enough to be like, it's on the table.
No, she didn't, but she did. Same thing with Ruth and Jonah. You want to come work for me and launder money? Sure.
See, you say that. I feel like Jonah. I know last season, he was about to bone one of Charlotte's friends. I do remember that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, please don't let this happen, because I know he's like way underage. Like this, I'm not okay with this. But then I was like, I'm not feeling this season. Like he's like, I need to get it somewhere. I'm not, he's 14. He should be, but I'm like, I'm not feeling the desire of a 14-year-old. The 14-year-old, something like that. I would think he'd be there. But anyway, Ruth took the hit like a champ. Like, how did she convince them in the end to give her the drugs? Like, I want to see that.
I want to see that. I do.
Yes. Yeah, because that dude was fucking crazy. Like, he was like, I will murder you and go out.
It seemed like he had like women issues. Didn't it seem like he was like a woman saying for him, like trying to tell him what to do was like, shut up, like stop talking to me. I was like, oh my God. Like
I can see that being a factor, but he don't know who she is.
Right.
Somehow she found out where he lives and works. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of things of like suspect going on. And he's like, I got a cop and a fucking Marine outside, which I'm like, since you got a long range rifle dude right behind you, just go out there and kill those two dudes and bury them on your big property and be done with it. Like, why are we still having this conversation?
Yeah, and shoot Ruth in the head and move on.
And be done with it. I'm like, I don't even know like why this even. So again, it would have been better for us to see how she made that decision. And I love how they keep Marty. For him to think that he even got that gun away from that dude, I was like, this is that bullshit. But the fact that he was like, I'm gonna shoot. Never mind. Boop, I got my ass whooped. I'm like,
when he punched him, and Marty was like, oh.
I was like, yes. Like, don't turn into Tommy all of a sudden. Like, exactly. That ain't you. Like, that ain't you. Don't do that. Like, be like, I was just kidding.
Yeah, if Wendy would have done it, because Wendy is that
about that life. I would have believed it. I would have believed it.
Like, I will shoot you, motherfucker.
Like, what? Like,
yep.
Oh damn! Like she got the hands too. Where'd she get the hands from? Like I didn't see the hands coming. It was crazy.
Yeah, but not Marty. Marty's still a wimp.
Nah. But like you said, everybody's dependent on everyone else, right?
Yeah.
So Marty was like, I got Ruth. I need Ruth to get the drugs from point A to point B. Ruth was dependent on Darlene, who was like, fuck it. I'm giving the drugs to fucking dickless Tommy. And Tommy was like, hey, I just need to get some money. So I'm like, bionic dick Tommy, is that better? I mean, since it got reattached, I'm just saying
it's greater than the
why does Darlene even know that? Again, we trying to understand.
Maybe she wrote it. We don't know.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
You gotta test it out.
Oh, don't do that. No, not Darlene. But that whole thing was interesting, right? Because she sold it to two dealers and they needed both and then the Birds and their whole foundation and their ability to influence senators is based on Shaw and her being served, right? And she was like, you have nothing if I don't get my heroin and get my business from point A to point B. And she's dependent now on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's interesting how everything is like connected. Why would they do a heroin deal at their casino when someone just overdosed on heroin at the casino?
You know criminals are dumb, right?
But I mean, not Wendy and Marty.
Like, no, they're not dumb.
Well,
that was bad writing.
Reckless, though. That was reckless.
Yeah, that was bad writing altogether. Because remember, fucking Shaw had a whole fucking lab, some Breaking Bad shit that she was like, let's go out here. I'm gonna test this heroin. I was like,
yeah, she did.
Remember?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, fucking special ops henchmen can just go into the bathroom and shake it up in the tube and be like, I think she's pregnant. Anyway, the heroin's good. The heroin's good. I was like, what? What happened to the lab? What happened to the lab? Like, that was cool. Maybe they couldn't get too much money, COVID or something. Like, just go into the bathroom, bro. Just handle it in the bathroom.
I like how Ruth tried to be professional though. She had on a dress and she was like, nice to meet you. I was like, you go, Larissa. Trying to be a little professional.
It's funny you should say that because I was actually thinking she needs to step her shit up. Like I was actually thinking like she came up like in her regular work clothes. I was like, put on buy a business suit. Like Marty should be like, you need to look like someone because you're about to talk to an executive. Like she looks like the help. Like she looks like a waitress.
But she at least tried though. I mean, come on. She put on a dress. I did her hair.
I didn't see it until you said it. Because I was like, okay. Because I really was like, nah, that's I'm about to go work at the hotel. Like this ain't. She didn't step that shit up.
For her, that's dressed up though.
All right, cool.
Yeah, for other people.
Huh? What's up?
For other people, no. Because Shaw was even like, what is she, 16?
Yeah, she was like, she a child? She's like, oh, I know, but I think old boy said it too, because he's like, Marty was like, don't fuck with her, bro. Like, don't let the age fool you. She a tooth chipper. You know what I'm saying? Marty still has that fucking tomb full of money. I was like, what? And why have you not been robbed? Ruth should have been like, can I get $100,000, Marty? He still has the tomb full of money, Ruth. Just go in there and take all the money. I think she actually did that one of those seasons. Like, I mean, just rob this dude. Like, why are you still working for this dude? If his dumb ass still got all the money sitting up there. That don't make any sense.
I think Ruth has a love-hate relationship with Marty.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I think that she realizes all the dirt and stuff that Marty and Wendy have done. Yeah. And of course they're still mad at her about Frank and all that stuff, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, Marty did give her a chance in the very beginning. He did hire her when he didn't have to, but he did, right? Because he wanted to help her out. So I think in the back of her mind, she clings to that. And so when he comes up with all these things and I need you to do this and I need you to do that, even though she benefits from it, she does. I still feel like she has like part of her is like, I kind of respect Marty.
Yeah. Or she wants to be respected. Like she sees
right. And Marty gives her that. Marty gives her the respect. Wendy's a bitch, but Marty tries to give her, because Marty's a fair guy, right? So he tries to give her the respect. He knows deep down inside, like this bitch stole money from me. She's ruthless, all of that.
What's up, sis?
She tried to kill him.
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's what I think it is. I think somewhere, she's like, okay, I'd rather it's like when they say like deal with the devil, rather than when you don't. Right.
And I think she's still trying to, like, she still sees herself as like less than. So like if she can get Marty to respect her, to be like, I see you as a peer, then she feel like she did something, right? She's stepping up.
Yes.
She still got Ben's ashes. I really thought that can you find DNA in ashes like that? Can you pull DNA out of that shit? Or is that over?
I think your teeth are in there.
So.
You can pull teeth, you can pull DNA from teeth.
The reason I bring it up, because I was thinking, she's like, I can get the bird. Well, again, she needs the birds, right? I mean, so it's kind of a real relationship. I was like, if she was that mad, like you killed, you killed the crew, you killed my man. She could put his ashes in a place and get the cops to go there to be like, oh shit, this is the remains of Ben, Ben who's supposed to be dead, and he's not. Shout out to the Iron Panther crew. I love watching our reviews, logically and funny. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Brandon, Smooth.
We tried.
Raiden Smooth.
We tried to bring these things to the fruition. I thought also special ops dude was like, "Can I go in? I need to go." Code.
Yeah, he was a little hair trigger. I was like, dude, calm the fuck down. Like you're only one person. Someone can shoot you with a shotgun as soon as you start walking up to their house. Calm down.
I mean, like, unless he's fucking Denzel, and this is the fucking Equalizer. Like, he's fucking John Wick, and we don't know it.
Because she's the Equalizer too.
She's a new Equalizer too.
Let's be fair.
Excuse me. And or Salt. We got Salt. We got Atomic Blonde. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Colombiana. Anyway, my point is, in this somewhat reality-based show, right? He should have had a crew. Like he cannot believe he's about to walk into a situation. He don't know how many gunmen are in there, and him by himself and his sidearm are gonna come out there with the drugs and the money. And I'm like, that's not realistic. Like if he was like, I need to call in my boys, and we're gonna go in hard. Like that would have made sense, right? Like it just seemed too much. He was like, come on, I can do it. Just give me the go. And she was like, what should I do? And he's like, what would your daddy do? I'm like, the company's going under because of him. So why am I taking advice anyway? Go get it. It was too much. Like he's too much. But anyway, Marty was like, he got his ass whooped just enough to protect. But that shows that despite all the bullshit, Marty does care about Ruth. Marty was like, it's like I can't. Oh, Jonah. I forgot to keep on mentioning this. He held it down for his family about not telling Darlene about the sheriff until Darlene was like, I will kill you. And he was like, you know what? It's funny you should bring that up. My family did that shit. Like he quit, but like he held strong for like a very long time. And I was impressed with him that despite he and his mama ain't seeing eye to eye, but he was like, they're still my family and I can't do that. But in the end, he was like, hey, Darlene, I was just fucking around. And he didn't even see her murder somebody. Like he just took it at her word.
She's a scary woman.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Wyatt saw the murder and still lying to her. Like, I mean, like, he ain't all there. Like, but anyway, let's talk about how this show turned into scandal real quick. Voter tampering, season 1 of Scandal with Cyrus. Remember when Cyrus was behind, okay. Right? Yeah. I was like the senator talking, well, my son did some wire fraud and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so Wendy is like, hey, Marty, call that FBI agent who's supposed to be on maternity leave and dealing with drug crimes and ask her for some wire transfers so we can give it to the sender. And he's like, yeah, I got that. Hey, Maya, on maternity leave, dealing with a drug cartel. Could you give me some wire transfer frauds? I'm like, what the fuck are we doing right now?
And that was weird.
I was like, this makes no fucking sense. Like what? But then the story is he wants to help out the FBI, so he needs some test files to go through them and try to figure out. So what happens when Marty don't come back with the leads to be like, hey, I found this and this and this in there? This is the FBI fucking I. Like they have whole crews and departments that do this shit.
Right.
But Marty's smarter than all of them.
I was like, no, his son is smarter than all of them. Like I want Jonah to be like, fuck my dad. I want immunity for all the shit that I did. And
I'm surprised that well,
he's like, well, but never mind. It's like we gotta see how this thing pans out. But anyway, I was like, then Senator was like, yeah, so my son made machines that I can basically make any election. I'm like, they are seriously about this whole current events thing. They're like, we're doing white people in the opioid epidemic. We're doing fucking voter suppression. And Wendy's like, I can deal with murder and drug dealing, but voter suppression, that's going too far. Now Wendy's starting to see the error of her ways. What the fuck? What?
Mhm. There's a line. There's always a line. Like no matter how much criminal activity you do, there's some lines you just don't cross.
Voters
Like in double cross. Sex trafficking? No, absolutely not. Drugs, murder, all that stuff?
Absolutely. Was sex trafficking, we got limits. But I was just like, Wendy's like, oh my God, we're trying to manipulate the fucking political system and we're selling heroin, but be damned, we're not going to do voter suppression because that's not okay. I was like,
That's un-American.
I was like, this, what the fuck are we doing right now? I was like, this don't make no kind of sense. I really thought the senator was going to be like, yeah, so thank you for helping me out with my son, but nah, I just don't think I'm comfortable fucking with y'all. Where's my money? Where's my 150 million? Like he's supposed to get some money out of this. Where's the money? Is the senator even worth talking about? Kim, what do you think? Is the senator thing even, why are we doing this? Like, how's this getting us from point A to point B?
To me, this is just a plot hole. It's like, why is this even happening? I mean, it's like, to me, I don't see. I mean, I guess it helps for the foundation and it helps for what Wendy's trying to do, but I'm not really interested in this part because at the end of the day, we already know that they're going to be running for their lives and they're going to be, they work for the FBI, literally, right? So none of this is going to matter eventually. None of it. No, seriously, they're going to be, if they survive, they're going to be in, what is it called?
WITSEC.
Yeah.
Right next to Tasha.
Yes, next to Tasha.
Yes.
So all of this doesn't matter.
This
is a personal, to me, it's a personal crusade for Wendy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Stacey, you already know, you may. So what do you think about this episode?
She absolutely does.
So what do you think, Stacey?
Look at that face.
I think Wendy is trying to establish her legitimacy in like politics and business. So she's trying to get the power players on her side. Mm-hmm. When they are able to leave the cartel behind, they'll have like legitimate. And like Maya said, she wants power. She likes to be in the big fish in the small pond, but she has aspirations of being bigger. Mm-hmm. So she's looking for the long game.
Yep.
And that's also interesting that like I kind of see her like Walter White in the sense of like when Walter started the meth business, right? He was like, I can actually be something now. Like I was gonna be something, and then I decided to be a college science teacher. But he found meth, and he was like, I can be the businessman I always wanted to be. And like with Wendy, she started off in the political game. She decided to be a mother. And now she's like, I have the opportunity to be what I always wanted to be. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, can I, and this, so she's like, I can, and the more she gets into it, she could get out, but she's like, no, like this is the game for her. So she's like, and I'm trying to see it through. And it's interesting that they do it like that. But like, I look at Marty and I'm like, I don't think this is his game. I don't think he's like, I always wanted to be a fucking money launderer. Like he's like, it's a pragmatic way of making money, and he has to get from point A to point B, right?
And he has to survive. He has to survive. Yes, his family needs to survive. So he's got to do what he's got to do.
He was like, I got to go get to my felony. I got to go. Why is he on the phone to be like, hey, man, I got to get to my drug deal right now. Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, I need you to get some illegal files from the FBI. Can you do that? Yeah, no problem. Is anybody listening to our phones? Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure we're good. Gotta go. Whoa, no. Marty, can you talk? No, I'm busy right now. Okay, so what's going on is that like you had a whole conversation after you just said, I can't talk. So I'm like,
I mean, I've done that numerous times, like with my
people do that. All the
I've
time.
done it. Like you just keep talking. Like men
Are you
people will
busy?
dismiss you.
Yeah. Oh, well, I just need to tell you. Look, I
Yeah.
just said I was busy. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's
was
happened
like-
like a million times. It's like I heard him say that I'm playing basketball. I don't give a fuck.
But-
Okay, so this is what you know what I'm saying? Like women do this all the time.
I was like, I just, it's like, fuck it, man. I gotta talk to my wife, but she crazy. And what's going on? It's like, don't talk too loud because the special ops guy's next to me. What'd you say? We gotta bribe who? Shit. Hold up. Listen, I like we got the backstory on the detective that's real shit. Like, I mean, that's an addiction. Like when you go into the fucking property, it's like he's like,
and get caught doing it inside of the damn come on.
Inside the he had a face full of cocaine.
He didn't bother to look around. Like, anybody here?
But there's cameras inside of that.
I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, go buy it, bro. He's like, but then she was like,
and he's on the phone with his like sponsor or whatever.
Yeah. And he's like, so anyway, so to the conversation, Marty's like, so what'd you find out? Yeah, he had a cocaine habit, but he's the best detective you've ever seen. He's like, fuck me. And you see fucking following Jonah in the big ass car, dumbass, smart Jonah don't see the big ass car following him for a while.
I have a question. What is the purpose of this goddamn dude? I just want them to put a bullet in his head and move on
and
from
be
him.
done with it. Why is he still alive?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. Just to be like, Omar, check it out, bro. You gotta kill this private detective because he's fucking up things. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Just be done with it. Like he getting into too much shit, and who's paying him to do any of this? He's supposed to be looking for Helen. Right. And now I really thought he was gonna be like, "Can I get some cookies?" He's like, "Nah." He's like, "Well, can I have that cookie jar? Because you must be some body in it. I feel like you must have ashes in it for some reason. I just got this feeling." And I'm like, "No."
And now he's in the hotel. Now he's staying at the hotel.
And he's like, "So what does Jonah do?" "Oh, he handles the finances. Isn't he 14? Yeah, but he's a financial genius." "Oh, you know him?" "Yeah, I do know him. But don't tell him I'm here. I want to surprise him." I was like two bit. When 2-Bit ran into Lauren, and he was like, "I'm here to see my friend Tariq, but don't tell him I'm here. It's supposed to be a surprise." He's like, "Okay, I won't tell anybody." And that's why she got murdered, because she's stupid.
Everybody stays at the same hotel.
Oh yeah, that's real shit. Shit.
But you know what was funny? Like, did y'all catch on Power Book 2 when Kane walked through the door, Brandon and Tariq's room, and he was like, "Y'all still leaving this door unlocked, motherfuckers."
Y'all still
haven't we been saying that since the beginning of the show? Why do they keep their door unlocked?
Somebody said in the comments, like, you need a key card to get to the roof, but you don't need a key card to get into the doors.
That's crazy.
Okay, I don't no. I was tired of that whole shit. I didn't want to deal with it. I was like, it's too many plot holes to make no fucking sense. Mistakenly hit a dislike. Oh, on your Force video. Didn't mean to do that. Doing laundry. Oh, so it's all sweet. Thank you. It's fine. Somebody's gonna shit on us because like they're gonna be like, "Fuck y'all." I mean, that's what they do. I think there's like 2 people who follow it, like they hate watch us because like our
and that last name, that's Rainy J. Oh no, I'm sorry, this Rainy J. I was thinking it was like Michael Rainey.
Oh,
like is he have spies watching?
I was like, oh shit. He like, why you talking about me, man? Yeah, I'm gonna get some bass in my voice.
Oh, that's mean.
What?
You know what? I watched him. He has a YouTube channel, right? Because he has like a videographer who like follows him around. He really he's trying to live this tough life. Like it's about he hangs out with some guys who look like thugs, but you know when you look at him, you're like, yeah, you got on a do-rag. But I think if I had a gun in your face, you pee. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he hangs out with guys who recklessly drive on the beltway, on highways, and then they go to parking lots and they do crazy donuts and do all types of shit. He's got like a completely different personality.
Age appropriate, I guess.
Yeah, but his voice is terrible in real life. Like
that's what
super high.
My real name is Lorraine. Well, hello, Lorraine. How are you?
Hi, Lorraine.
It's cool. I mean, I'm just saying. It just he has no base, and I think that's why he does all this shit because like when he puts on the do, I'm actually missing the do rag. I want to see him. I know I put the meme out there. I do want to see
He
him.
wears the do rag constantly on that YouTube channel. That's all he wears.
Tights.
Well, he has to keep his weight.
Those waves are on point. I mean, I need to see him in the do rag with the flip flops. Remember, he had the do rag and the flip flops, talking to fucking his new girl Effie, and he's like, "I need you to go get that money for me, baby." And she's like, "Yes, baby, I got you." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna sit here and make some more moves, but I need you out there." And she's like, "Yes, go ahead, Dolomite. Like, I know what you need me to do." I was like, "Superfly." He's gonna have a change. It's called Superfly. Like, it's amazing how. Anyway, we're getting off track. I was like, saying the detective, his days need to be numbered. He's doing too much, and it don't make any sense why he's doing it. I feel like he's gonna crack the case on Darlene's murder. Like, how are you gonna explain that? This woman just showed up. She's old as fuck, so I guess it ain't that hard. Like, she laid down and had a heart attack.
It's a heart attack. Wendy didn't give her a heart attack.
That's true.
She died from a heart attack in front of her house.
Hey, Proctor got caught up because somehow they figured out because they heard the recording that he could have called and said, "Nah, I'm good." I was like, but dude, yeah. How does this change Wendy? How does watching someone die slowly change her? Like,
did you see how she was watching it?
Wendy will be fine.
Yes.
I was like,
he could give two fucks about this death.
I was like, to talk about it and see, it's probably, what Kim, Stacey actually knows, but I'm saying, so like, I'd be like, it'd be like, it has to be some kind of repercussions, a little bit, something, but like, I'm not sure be crying and staying up all night, clearly not, but I'd be interested to see how it goes. Anything else for this episode? Stacey looking at the notes.
No, I don't have anything. It was a good episode. I mean,
yeah.
And the end of it was fantastic. So,
and we will see how that goes. Does Maya's request for stuff outside of her area of interest and on maternity leave, does this come back to her to be like, hey, like, why did you? You asked for this? Why are you going on missions? This bullshit, like, they'll be like, what are you doing? Is this connected to the birds and to the cartel? It'll be interesting to see if that comes up later. Because again, most of the time they keep it realistic of like, like consequences to stuff that things seem out of the norm. So we'll get to that. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Stacey has a face. Like, we'll see, David. We will see what happens next week. Next week we'll finish this up with actually episode 6 and 7. And we'll do that. Kim, and also we got Queens. Hey, we got Queens, and we'll be back next weekend. We got Power Book 4. So we'll see how much more ass time we'll get. Maybe Jay and Diamond will get some.
Snowfall is coming.
Huh?
Snowfall.
Oh, that's this week.
Couple of weeks.
All right. Spill the tea.
Isn't it like the 18th? I think February 18th or something like that.
Yeah, it's like later. I feel like it's later. But we got a house divided. We got Double Cross. We got the Oval. So what's up? Double Cross. What the fuck, man? It's wild, bro. I was like, that blackface, bro, gets me. Anyway, so guys, thank you guys very much. We're moving up to subscribers and commenters, and we appreciate all that. Check out our community section. I did a lot of stuff over there. I couldn't get all the plot holes like in the videos. I just posted a lot of random shit. So let's check that out. Let us know what you think, and we will all see you whenever we get back together again. So Kim, again, have a great week.
You guys have a great week too.
Stacey, I will see you for the Oval. We gotta do it. It's our job. We do it for the love. We do it for the love. But thank you guys.